You are biking with Panda on Canada's finest single track. Biking with Panda.
On this week's episode of Biking with Panda, we took advantage of a break in the weather and drove several hours for a wet weather trail system. Like other systems I ride in, the Lindsay Tract is owned and maintained by Biking the Bruce, and if you've ridden their other trails or watched my series, you probably have a pretty good idea of their personalities. They really love their techy flow, and so do I. But it's all relatively easy. If rock gardens grew in families from baby to adult, Bike the Bruce would have baby rock gardens, and 3-stage would have teenagers. Moab and Muskoka would have the adults. That's just one guy's opinion. I honestly wasn't even sure I'd be able to get out to ride today. The weather has been so devastatingly bad, thunderstorms and dark skies for a few weeks with dropping temperatures as the cherry on top. Like all mountain bikers though, I am intimately aware that pain can lead to pleasure. The forecast strangely specifically said, expect 6 hours of dry conditions. So I bolted out the door and took my chances. There was a bit of rain along the way, but I've had such cabin fever, even if I drove a few hours to have to turn all the way around, I'd still feel satisfied. And I'm glad I made it out here. The Lindsay Tract is tiny, but it's stuffed with great riding and a very similar character to the Carrick Tract. The trail surface is the same hardpack aggregate that drains exceptionally well, and even after all this rain, only one trail I attempted was a swamp. I didn't feel like I was on the edge of losing my grip around corners or even on the rock features. It's sketchier to walk them than it is to ride them. The main issue is the reduced visibility as the seasons change and more leaves fall and obstruct the path. I nearly, or rather did, go off the trail a handful of times purely out of confusion. I was actually surprised that despite all the leaves, there were a few times that a rock garden caught me off guard. For the most part, they were still visible and I was able to pick good lines to get over them. There were a couple that could have ended more poorly had I been going faster or not been paying attention. The easy trails have some alternate lines that give you a difficult option, and I had a lot of fun on these. I don't quite have the trial of skills needed to master the rock slabs, but I do notice I've got a lot more confidence after just watching Seth rip around Moab. And usually I don't session a feature I'm having trouble with, because typically I've wanted to conserve energy to ride more of the trails. But I've changed my mind on this lately after doing some third-person video. The forced interventions where I have to get off the bike and plant the camera for that shot makes me feel like I'm already moving back and forth. Why not get rid of some technical debt by clearing the section at the same time? Plus, it just doesn't look as cool when I fuck it up. There's still more to explore here, and I didn't get it to ride enough of it today. I'm really itching for next season already. But until then, enjoy my shredding and go ride.
Oh, fuck me. It just never happened.
Much wind and April showers, romance will soon be ours, an outdoor paradise for two.